Oh, yes, honey. Come on in. I hope everybody's chilling regular and having a good day. I'm definitely not going to be chilling regular today, though. I just read on the screen a child dies from fentanyl overdose. Like, why is the kid even around the fentanyl? But I guess we'll get into the stories. I haven't seen them, but you will get my honest reaction. You will get my honest opinion. But remember, that's just that. These are my opinions, and this is my reaction. So don't take don't take it around with it, but definitely take it because I got some stuff to say. So we'll get it straight into it. Here's the first story.
A couple is facing charges after police say a child ended up in the burn unit. 22-year-old Nadwania Jones and 20-year-old Charles Francis. They are both charged with aggravated child abuse and neglect. Police said the child received second and third degree burns on about half her body after being bathed in scalding water. News 4 Jax reporter Renee Beninati is joining us live outside UF Health, where first responders took that child. Renee.
We just seen her.
And the girl's burns were so bad, she was immediately rushed from here to the burn unit all the way in Jacksonville. The boyfriend told authorities that this was an accident, but doctors say that the girl's burns show that most likely she was held down in that hot water.
And you know what?
Jones.
They think that they can get away with stuff like this because, like, they were the only ones there at that time and moment. But they got like so many different like forensics and evidence that you could just pull from to know that the baby was held under hot water. Clowns. So this is her. I'm guessing it was her baby, and that's her dude.
Jones and Charles Francis Jr. are now facing aggravated child abuse and neglect charges.
I'm going to press pause on their faces real quick because I just want to look for myself. Do they look like child abusers? Like, what does the average child abuser look like? Would it be a face like that? Guess you can never tell. That's what it is. Like, you got to know your kid, and you got to know who you have around your kid.
This report explains why. It stems from an incident in September. Jones says she went to the store, leaving behind the child with Francis at their home on the west side. The report does not list the girl's age or her relation to the couple. Jones told police he asked her to hurry home because the girl had burns all over her body. He said the child soiled herself, so he gave her a bath in the sink. According to the report,
y'all ain't gonna sit here and try to play with me like that. They're saying that they don't know what the relations to the baby is. I'm guessing, from my opinion, that's the mother, and that's the mother's boyfriend. Which I'm hoping I'm wrong, because there's no way in. I don't give a how many hells a man should be bathing my child, especially my daughter, while I'm doing any kind of run. I don't give a damn how many times she pissed on herself. I don't care. I don't care. Do not give her a bath. Don't wash her up. Let me tell you something. I literally ran to the store. Now, this is my biological brother, okay? I ran to the store. And the store is like 2 minutes away from my house. My son peed on himself. My brother like, where you at? I'm like, I just left. He like, all right, hurry up, the baby's wet. I'm like, well, change him. No, I ain't changing him. I ain't changing him, cuz. Hurry up, get back here. Like, he didn't even change. He really didn't change the baby. So if he didn't do it, being my biological brother, who I trust with my own life, I don't expect for no random to do it. I don't care. I don't care how many times she peed. Do not change my precious daughter. Now, I'm hoping the baby is his daughter, and maybe she might be the stepmom. I don't know, but I'm gonna do some digging.
Port Francis claimed hot water was coming out of the cold side of the faucet. Francis told investigators he stepped away from the baby for a few minutes and did not know until he heard crying. Doctors say the burn patterns on the child tell a different story.
Absolutely. Because if the water is hot, the child's not going to just continue to sit there and be like, and keep crying. No. Anybody in their right frame of mind is going to get up out of there naked and all. Had it been one of my kids, they would have jumped out of the damn sink. I'm telling you, resilient.
They reported she most likely was placed in the scalding water and held there. Investigators also tested the water from the hot side and found the temperature was around 140 degrees. Police noted that treatment was delayed because Jones called several people and went to one's home until they advised her to call 911. The report states Jones also tested positive for THC, alcohol, amphetamine, and methamphetamine.
Obviously.
Both were being held on pretty hefty bonds. His was around $400,000. Both have since bailed out, and they are both expected to be back in court next month. Reporting live in downtown Jacksonville, Renee Beninati, Channel 4, the local station.
So we're going to have an update to that, y'all. I'm just going to have to do a little bit of extensive research and figure out what happened to them, what was their charges, how long they got, who are they to the child, how old was the child. I mean, this is ridiculous. Like I said, this is becoming our new normal. Why nobody's chilling regular? I don't understand. Chill regular. So now we're going on to the next story, but I definitely want y'all opinion. I want to know what y'all think. The doctor said that the baby was held under the water, and he's saying that the cold was coming out of the hot side and the hot was coming out of the cold side. Some bogus story he's telling. I don't know. I just couldn't even get into it with all that extra line nonsense. Like these professionals don't know what's going on. And sometimes they can be wrong, but no baby is going to sit in some hot water. I don't care. I don't care how old the baby is. They're gonna do something to make you get their attention to want to check the water. Like, and why wasn't your hand burned? You ran the water. You were supposed to be washing her up. And if you have to sink, that's the quick wash up. That's one of those in and out wash ups. That ain't one of those sit down in the tub, here go your toys, here go some bubbles and everything. That's an in and out. Because I done been there, done it. That's to take off your clothes, hurry up, and wipe you down real quick. You mean? Like, no, they straight up whole tripping. So with this next story, it says something about the baby with the fentanyl. Now, this was the one that really hit me like, ugh.
Girl died as a result of exposure to those drugs.
What's going on? Oh my gosh.
A babysitter is behind bars in Athens in connection to a drug-induced death of a 15-month-old little girl. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us tonight for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant.
I'm going to say it again. 15, 20, 21, 25, 30, 35, 40. Thank the whatever Lord you pray to, that you are how old you are, because like I said, nowadays, these kids, these children, they don't have a chance. They're not even living past 15 months, and it is absolutely sad. Proceed.
The Athens Clark County Police Department says Pamela Graves faces drug charges and a charge of felony murder. Fox 5's George Franco joins us live from the Athens Clark County Jail with that story. George.
Well, Courtney and Tom, Athens Clark County Police say this woman, 59-year-old Pamela Graves, was babysitting a 15-month-old little girl when that girl died from exposure to fentanyl and other drugs. Now, Miss Graves is here at the Athens Clark County Jail on drug charges and a charge of felony murder.
Wow.
Athens Clark County Police were back at the Arch and Vine apartment complex on a different matter this afternoon after responding here on a call of an injured sick person. That person was a 15-month-old little girl who police say was first treated in Athens, then transported to Children's Hospital in Augusta. Police tell me personnel from the hospital later called them, informing investigators the child had tested positive for exposure to fentanyl, opiates, and benzodiazepine. Police later found out out the little girl died as a result of exposure to those drugs.
Yo, like she wasn't even just exposed to fentanyl, benzodiazepine, like she was exposed to like 3 different drugs. How are you that unaware? 15 months. So that's a little over 1. My daughter's 1, and she's in underwear. Like, she's in big girl underwear. She still wears pull-ups sometimes, but she's in underwear. I could get it. The more you pay attention to your child, the more you get to know your child, the more you invest in your child, the better your child will be. So that doesn't go to say, though, like, if this baby picked up these drugs, ate these drugs, or just were near these drugs and somehow touched his face, fingers, or whatever the case may be, the baby did not know better. This is not on the baby. All of this right here is on this lady. Like, all of this right here is on this lady. So you probably were babysitting to get some more money so you could buy some more fentanyl and get high. Because obviously you was probably doing it stand up, watching the baby while you sleep. I know, because that's what them dope fiend heads do. And I hate to say it like that, but damn, come on now. Somebody entrusted you with their kids for you to be real extra. Mm-hmm.
Deal for everybody involved. That's about it. Tough deal for everybody involved.
Rennie Balfour, a father of a little girl and a new resident at the complex, was saddened by the child's death. He's also dismayed. Police say the little girl was being cared for by a babysitter, Pamela Graves, at the time of the incident.
Huge drug problem.
Come on now. Us as parents, we got to be a little bit more cautious with who we release our child to or who we allow to watch our child. I don't care how sweet and innocent her voice sounds. She clearly looks like a drug head, a drug addict. She probably isn't even as old as she looks. But the drugs that has so much effect on her face and figure, come on now. You can look at this person right here and be like, oh, okay, I'm not leaving my kid with, no, I can't. There's no way. How did your baby act? That's what I want to know, because this has nothing to do, and I don't mean to be hard on the parent. I don't mean to be hard because this is just the way I talk. You know what I mean? And it's going to take 1,000 more armies to get me to change that. But I just wanted to know, like, how did your baby react? I wonder how the baby reacted when it was around her, because ultimately our kids give us signs, like, if your baby's afraid, like they'll start hiding behind you, running to your leg. They old enough to talk. I don't want to go over such and such house. Like, they'll let you know. I know the baby had to have been uncomfortable in some kind of way, but it's not the baby's fault. Like I said, we got to be more aware as parents.
In the country, that's a byproduct of it, unfortunately.
Athens Clarke County Police say Graves was arrested and charged with felony murder and possession of a Schedule II controlled substance.
The worst experience you can have is losing a child. It doesn't get any worse than that.
Police did not say what amount of drugs the little girl had been exposed to.
Wow.
Dr. Philip Kuhl with Augusta University Health told our sister station, Fox 54, that exposure to even the smallest amount of certain drugs like fentanyl to people of any age can be fatal.
Where it may be on a surface, just touching that surface or even aerosolizing that can actually cause the person to become incapacitated.
I told you.
And Athens Clarke County Police say the investigation into this Saturday event continues into the death of this 15-month-old little girl. Meantime, Miss Graves remains behind bars here at the Athens Clarke County Jail. In Athens tonight, I'm George Franco, Fox 5 News.
Just so sad. George, thanks.
Oh, my goodness. She needs to be behind the Athens County Jail, like, for a very, very long time. She needs to sit there and think. She needs to clear up. She needs to sober up. She needs to wash her face. Like, I'm just over it. Like, this is sad as hell, yo. Like, 15 months? A 15-month-old baby. 15 months, you can't do nothing for yourself at 15 months. I don't care how independent that kid is. My daughter tries to empty her potty by herself. And she's a little bit over 15 months, but she's not 2 yet. But I'm talking about like resilient. But I spend a lot of time with my kids for them to do the things that they do, for them to know the things that they know. You know what I mean? And I want to spend that time because ultimately, me being a mother, I want to know every part of you, like your flaws, the goodness, the badness, how you act when you're around me, how you act when you say it, when you mad. I don't want there to be no shyness at all. So that way, whenever somebody is doing something to you, God forbid, or whenever you're around somebody that makes you feel uncomfortable, I will know those signs. Me, I will know those signs because I'll be able to pick up on it. Me knowing you. Yeah, I know you. Like, it's just like knowing a friend. Yeah, I know you. I know you was not feeling him, girl. Yeah, that ain't even your type. Right, exactly. It's the same way with your kids, yo. We need to be way more in tune with our babies. And just, like, let the other stuff go because ultimately it's not that important. I don't know what she was doing. I want to know what the mother was doing. Maybe she had to work or something for her to have left her baby with that lady. Tell me what y'all think. Write a comment, you know what I mean, expressing how you feel about the situation. I'm going to move on to the next story because this is literally hurting my stomach and I need to take a bite of my food because I can't smoke and that one really got me ready to smoke. So I'm going to go ahead and eat and go to the next one.
We talked to the baby's mother on Wednesday shortly after she left the Wayne County Medical Examiner's office to get an autopsy. It's believed her little girl died of an accidental fentanyl overdose. From a bubbly 8-month-old to this, hooked up to hoses in the hospital.
Instead of planning our child's first birthday, we have to plan a funeral for our baby.
Little Dream is believed to have died from an accidental fentanyl.
Are these connected? I didn't think so. Literally 2 different stories, but the same outcome. I'm over it. I'm going to eat the heck out of this cake right now.
Overdose while she was at a trusted babysitter's house in Dearborn Heights last Thursday.
We've been told several different stories from the babysitter herself.
The baby's mom, who doesn't want her identity known for now, says they still don't know exactly how the child ingested the drug, but knows the babysitter is responsible. She showed us a doctor's report that revealed the fentanyl in the child's urine.
Pretty much there was nothing that they can do. Her heart wasn't pumping without the ventilator. She was completely brain dead with no brain activity.
Dream died at Children's Hospital downtown.
I'm not even taking a picture. Why are you trying to pose?
Mom says Dream was always with her 6-year-old brother.
I was going to explain.
She had a 6-year-old brother. So that did not just affect the mom, the dad, the community. That affected that little boy. Do you know? At 6, you know something. At 6, you know you have a little sister named Dream. At 6, you're used to your little sister named Dream. You see your mom's stomach get big. You see your mom come home with this baby at 6. At 6, you notice that baby not there no more. At 6, you don't hear her crying. You don't see mommy making no bottles no more. At 6, you notice all at 6. Mentally, this can have a major effect on this boy. More so even than the parents. At 6.
To him what happened. He just looked at me like, Mommy, You know, I already know Dream is dead. And I don't know, it hurt my heart so bad.
We spoke to Dearborn Heights Police.
Like I said, at 6. Mommy already know Dream is dead at 6. That I know as a parent that had to be heartbreaking. Like that literally had to be heartbreaking. For your 6-year-old to come up to tell you something you're trying to ultimately keep from him, letting you know he knows. Because at 6, he misses his sister.
Chief by phone. He says they're waiting on an official autopsy report before pursuing charges with the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office. An agonizing wait for this family.
Oh,
Definitely
yeah.
something that could have been prevented had you kept an eye on her.
Reporting in Dearborn Heights, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
And you know what? She might have been, because my kids were walking at 8 months, 9 months. That's my whole thing. Was the baby even walking? Why was it? If it was prescribed, then it should have been put up. Which I'm sure probably wasn't prescribed, because it had to have been down low around somewhere, like a table. He was probably sniffing off the table, baby touching all over the table. You got it, man. Oh my goodness. I can't not even begin to go on about this. This is literally enough. Like the baby's not, there's only certain spots in the house the baby at 8 months can go, touch, or be without you noticing. What were you doing while this 8-month-old baby got in contact with some fentanyl? Where was the fentanyl? Were you sniffing, getting high on the table? Because this is the only thing that I can picture. You know, the little baby climbing up on the table, walking around the table, touching it. Babies put everything in their mouth. They said the fentanyl was in the urine. It didn't take long. Whatever you did, wherever you was at, whatever you was doing, it didn't take long. These stories are literally becoming more and more just like sickening. Like I literally feel my stomach turning talking about an 8-month-old baby who could have became anything in this world. A doctor, a lawyer. Shit, Dream could have probably been our next president if she had the chance. 15 months? Come on now. Come on now. Are we not keeping an eye on these babies enough to where, like, I don't know. Well, I gotta get more details before I start getting deep in debt. Like I want to know. Like I want to know, where was the fentanyl? Where did she intake the fentanyl at? Where was the fentanyl? It had to have been in her reach. That should have been put up way high somewhere. If you're going to do that, don't forget to wipe off the surface. People touches this. All it takes is a little bit for an adult. Imagine a baby. An 8-month-old baby. She's beautiful. Look at her little crooked smile. Her little bow, like she's adorable. She could have been anything in this world, yo. She could have been anything in this world. She's so pretty, like. And just for that to happen, it really is sickening. Like I said, this is becoming our new normal. Please, guys, watch what you say in the comments, because be respectful, because the family often read these comments just like I do. And you never know who is who. The family dream might be in the comments. You never know. Just be respectful. My prayers definitely go out to these family members. It's just sad. Like I said, it's sickening. But you know what? Every dog will have their day. Every dog will have their day. This 8-month-old baby ain't did nothing to nobody. She didn't deserve it, and she didn't ask to be here. So you know what? That's how we go in that. That's just that. I'm gonna pray for Dream and her family. I'm gonna pray for all of them and their families. And make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Be careful with the commentary, please. And don't forget to follow me at famously_Nay. And we out.